စိတ်က3ရက်ရှိတဲ့တွေကလေပိုင်းသမာဓိစိတ်ခါကိုစာရုနဲ့လက်ပြီးသူပေါင်းစားပြီးတော့စိတ်တန်လုံးရပြည့်ရှင်းသွားပါတယ်ဒီလိုသမာဓိစိတ်ခါပြည့်စုံတဲ့အတွက်ကိလေသာလက်မခံဝိရိယကကိလေသာလက်မခံကိလေသာလက်မခံတတိကစိတ်ကိုကိလေသာနဲ့ကာကွယ်ပြီးသားသမာဓိကတော့စိတ်အာယုံကူတဲ့မှာမြင်တဲ့အောင်စုကြည့်ပေးတာဒီတရားသုံးပါးရဲ့သုံးပါးဟာတကယ်လိုအပ်တဲ့ဟာတွေအဲ့ဒါဒီကြတဲ့ကြတဲ့ပြည့်စုံနေလို့ရှိရင်စိတ်ကလေးဟာတစ်ချိန်နဲ့တစ်ချိန်မတူတဏှာကြီးနဲ့တဏှာကြီးမတူတည့်နဲ့တည့်မတူစိတ်ကလေးနောက်ဆက်ပြီးပြင်ပြီးတော့တန်ရှင်းလာပါတယ်အဲ့ဒီတန်ရှင်းမှုဟာပရိယုဌာနကိလေသာပေါ့ဒါတော့ပဲဒီကတန်ရှင်းတာစိတ်တန်ရှင်းမှုတက်တက်တော့ပဲဒီရပါတယ်အမြင်တော့မရှင်းသေးဘူးဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုတော့ပညာမဖြစ်မှဖြစ်သေးတော့ပညာမဖြစ်သေးတော့အမြင်မရသေးဘူးအဲ့ဒါပဲဒီကစိုင်းတက်ပြီးရှိပါတယ်ဒါကြောင့်သမာဓိစိတ်ခါကပရိယုဌာနစိတ်ဓာတ်တွေကိုသူကရှင်းပြတယ်ဆိုတာပေါ့အဲ့ဒါကိုပဲပေါင်းပြီးတော့သမထလို့လည်းပြောနေတာဒီလိုမျိုးပိဋကဓမ္မေစမိတိတိသမထောပိဋကဓမ္မေဝိရိယမှာသာစိတ်ရောရဲပြီးတော့တတိမဲ့ရင်စိတ်စီစီပြဲပြီးတော့ဖြစ်ခွင့်ရှိနေတဲ့စိတ်ရဆိုင်ရင်ရဲ့ကာမိခန္ဓာဆိုင်တဲ့និဝရဏတရားတွေကိုစမိတိတိမျိုးစေတတော့ကြောင့်သမထောသမထသမထဖြစ်နေတယ်
Yesterday, Sayadaw has explained how to develop the power of concentration. There are 3 trainings in the teaching of the Buddha: the training of morality, the training of concentration, and the training of wisdom. Among those 3 types of trainings, the development of concentration is the second training. To have well-developed mental state or to have proper concentration, all the yogis need to possess the concentration groups as the 3 factors. You need to possess the effort as the first concentration power group, and then the observing power as the second factor, and in the end there is the concentration itself. When you gradually develop these 3 mental powers, the effort is there to prevent the defiling factors as the hindrances. So the effort doesn't accept those hindrances which prevent your development of concentration. And the second factor as the concentration group, the observing power, is there to protect your mind from defilements as the hindrances. And later on, when you have well focused mind on the object, whatever they may be, beginning from the primary object as the rising and falling, if your mind stay calm and quiet deep into the object, then there will be the concentration. When there will be the concentration, you can feel peace and calmness and quietness of your mind. Your mind doesn't wander anywhere at that time. It stays fixed on the object. It stands still on the object without having any motion in your noting. In this way, when you would have all these three types of mental forces as the concentration group, you are away from those defilements which can easily hinder your practice, easily hinder your concentration. So that is why these powerful three aspects are called concentration group. It is also could be said as the samatha. Samatha means, just now Sayadaw is explaining, when your mind becomes calm and quiet and tranquil, at that time there couldn't arise any kind of obstacles, the hindrances and impediments. So those three factors are there to calm down the opposite aspects, enemy-like aspects from your practice. They easily tranquil those defilements. So therefore, the moment or the state of mind when you get the tranquility of mind or mental state, then it is called samatha. So it drives away the opposite or negative aspects from your mind to have calm and quietness. When your mind is calm and quiet, you will get the purity of mind. That is just the purification of mind. Purification of mind means you are driving away those obsessive defilements only. Still, there are another type of defilements which are called the dormant defilement or latent tendencies. You cannot drive away those defilements yet, because at that moment still you don't have the right view to see clearly each and every phenomenal aspects as they are. So therefore, you don't have clear view, clear seeing until you don't possess understanding, or wisdom. And those three groups of mental powers cannot develop the understanding really. They are there to have purification of mind. So therefore, Sayadaw says, still you need to develop those aspects more and more to have clear vision in each and every object whenever you are observing them clearly and precisely. So therefore, the second training is there to be the foundation to have development in understanding.
ဒီခိုက်တာမှာတော့ယုတ်တနာကိရိတာတွေဟာတည်ငါဝိနည်းဆိုတဲ့အတိုင်းပေါ့လေချိန်ပိုင်းလေးတွေသူတို့ပြင်ပြီးတော့ညှင်းနေပါတယ်အဲဒီလိုစိတ်ကံနိုင်မလားပေါ့လေဝိရိယစတိသမာဓိဒီသုံးမျိုးစက္ခဖြစ်ဒါလေးနဲ့10မိနစ်လောက်ဒါလေးနဲ့10မိနစ်လောက်3မိနစ်လောက်4မိနစ်5မိနစ်စသည်ပေါ့အစမ်းမပြဖြစ်နေရင်အဲ့ဒီ10မိနစ်ဆိုရင်10မိနစ်စာပဲသင်္ကန်းဝိနည်းကြီးဖြစ်နေတာတော့အချိန်ရသွားတဲ့အခါကျတော့စိတ်ဆွမ်းအင်ဆိုတာပေါ့လေအဲ့ဒီဖြစ်ဆွမ်းဖြစ်လာတဲ့အခါကျတော့စိတ်ကလေးတွေနည်းညံ့တာစင်ကြဲတာတန်ရှင်းလာနောက်တစ်ခါမှာတတိလွတ်သွားပြီမယ်လို့မရှိမိတဲ့အာယုံပေါ်မှာကိလေသာကမဖြစ်ဘူးတဏှာတဏှာကိလေသာမဖြစ်ဘူးဆက်ပြီးတော့ငြိမ်းကွာမြဲကွာနေအဲ့ဒါဝိက္ခမနာဝိနည်းခေါ်တယ်ပိုင်နေရွာရှိမိတဲ့အာယုံပေါ်မှာဝိရိယစတိသမာဓိပညာသုံးမျိုးဖြစ်ရာအာယုံပေါ်မှာတစ်ချိန်လုံးပေါ်နေအာယုံတိပေါ်ရမှာကြောက်ရပြီးတော့အဲ့ဒီအာယုံကိုအပိုင်ရမိလိုက်တဲ့အခိုက်အတန့်လေးပါပေါ့10မိနစ်ဆိုရင်10မိနစ်ဆိုတော့မိတဲ့အခိုက်အတန့်လေးဒါသင်္ကန်းဝိနည်းဖြစ်ပါတယ်အဲ့ဒီလိုတစ်ခုနဲ့တစ်ခုဆက်ဆက်ပြီးတော့အရှင်ရအားပြီးတော့တဲ့အခါမှာခြေကုပ်မရတဲ့အာယုံမမှတ်မိတဲ့အာယုံကိုရှိတယ်မမှတ်မိတဲ့အာယုံကိုမှလည်းပဲဒီလိုကကွာမြဲကွာဝိနည်းငြိမ်းအဲ့ဒါဝိက္ခမနာဝိနည်းခေါ်တယ်ယန္တိငြိမ်းကိလေသာယန္တိငြိမ်းရဆိုတာဒါပြောတာပဲဒါတော့ဒီသမထကအဲ့ဒါပဲသူဆိုင်တတ်ရှိပါတယ်စိတ်စင်ကြယ်ဖို့ဒါလည်းသူဆိုင်တတ်ရှိပါတယ်
Sayadaw says, whenever you are trying to note the meditational object, if you can note them for 1 minute, your mind will be in tranquil state for 1 minute. If it is just for 1 second, then it is for 1 second. So you are enabled to keep away those defilements momentarily whenever you are working with those three concentration group mental power. You have to develop those mental powers each and every moment, and that momentary power strengthens to purify your mind. The bit by bit progress of mind could be the cause to subside your mind from the defilement states even though you cannot notice some objects. And you don't have observing power in some objects, but the exercise which you are getting momentarily, moment after moment, it will give strength not to arouse any kind of defilement even in those objects which you cannot note. So then you will get further progress to keep away the defilement, and you are ready to give up the defilements for longer period. At first you are subsiding the defilements momentarily. Later on you enable to keep away those defilements for longer period, even when you are not noticing the object or you are missing the object. That power you will get with gradual progress. And that type of tranquility or the cessation is called Vikambana Vinaya, having the power to keep away the defilements for longer period. You can keep them away from you more and more. In this way, Sayadaw says, you can keep away your mind from the defilements if you are using the mental concentration group as the mental powers for 1 minute, then 1 minute you are free from the defilements. If you can keep 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, even 1 hour, then you could be free from those defilements which could hinder your practice for 1 hour. So in this way you can lengthen your purity of mind. And when you get that kind of purity of mind for longer period, so your mind becomes more powerful, more energetic, more strong. And that is the foundation to have clear vision in your practice. As much as you can keep away the defilements from your practice, so much your mind becomes strong and powerful, and it enables to have understanding in your practice. So Sayadaw says the concentration is there, concentration power is there to have the forceful act to drive away the defilements at first, momentarily, and then later it can lengthen the power of mind to drive away the defilements. That's how you get the strong purity of mind or powerful state of mind. And that is what the second training could give you the strength.
Yogi ha ayong ko paminine shumi dai ayong ko aya mi phami dai shin ya twa lo shin edi Thiringa Vinaya ne Vikambana Vinaya di achu 2 မျိုးလုံးရတယ်လို့ဆိုတယ်အဲ့ဒီခိုက်တန်ကတော့စိတ်တဝိသုဒ္ဓိပေါ့လေစိတ်စင်ကြယ်မှုတက်တယ်ပါပဲအတိညာကမဖြစ်သေးတော့အမြင်တော့မစင်ကြယ်သေးဘူးအမြင်မရသေးဘူးအမြင်မရသေးတော့အမြင်စင်ကြယ်မှုဖြစ်သေးတယ်အဲ့ဒီလိုတော့မှတ်ထားဖို့လိုပါတယ်
So Sayadaw says, therefore, whenever you are trying to note each and every object clearly through the concentration group of mental power, then you will get momentary cessation of defilement, and then it will lengthen as the Vikambana Vinaya, the lengthening cessation of defilement. That much the concentration could give the strength and power to your mind. Still you have to develop further to gain the right seeing, right view, or clear understanding. The concentration group cannot give that type of vision directly, but it could be only the foundation to have that vision. That much is necessary to understand at first.
No, don't you say that I only the same no do it. Aramana Kaya Brika, Aramana Brika, Sati, so that I want. I will meet others and people must say that. Shubin, I must say that so yeah. Nialo was so Nahula, that tea got a Hula, Misia Siva. Tea or Tiva there. The day the war found out my baby. Eddie said that the war. Santana Pina for it, Umbo Howard, one by that found to matter saying one by Umdan knew what the Eagle Howard did that thing in the other I never found a thing that I got a pina for it, China, thing. Together, only look at the body for my child or detail, none of my job. China, you're not only China in your twin. But I know the case is in any material. Pina of home day with Pina of city.
So Sayadaw says, when you can easily get the object which you are noting as the meditational object, and the mind is falling into it deeply, then cannot you say that is understanding? Sayadaw says, still it is not understanding, although there is some kind of knowing, but that knowing is depend on conceptual thought. At first, when your mind concentrated well, you just see the form of the object. So the form is not the actual nature or the absolute truth. And again, if your concentration is developing further and you can move forward to see how the object is acting, in which way, in which manner, then you just get the manner of the object. Still it is also not the real understanding of the pure nature or true nature of that object. You are just observing the manner of the object. So in this way, the concentration group could give you that type of simple understanding which depends on conceptual thought as form and manner. It cannot still give you the real understanding to see the pure nature of the phenomena. So Sayadaw says, to make it clear, you need to try to see it in 3 phases. We should divide them in 3 groups or in 3 parts. Then we can understand how we should know all these facts.
One may say we are open fire. A pine two may see it. Then you have to you two new sheet of the Sweet Abazo. You two new State Santana Rupa, Pumio, Ne Agara Rupa, China you. Though Sabawa Rupa, the Pesi Hoshi, two new sheet. They told you that Nyama picked him, Maroshi. The Karaga Santana Pina call it, Santana you call it, one way to go, say Jarrow. The Karaga never found a thing in it. You can to share it, China on the say of the man. Tantan, don't look at you, anymore. Madi. Now, I remember seeing a day the Mali Abila Kajama. Down a thing that looked at you, that's that one. Tija. To get the Mawa Yoku, we are to lead Mari Pita Taita, Eddie Samawa Yoku, Tandan, Shinshin, Tija and Madiri. Tija and the Natana Shinshin, do it, Mama. Yankite, the Kokara.
So Sayadaw says, let us try to examine this fact with our practical way. Suppose we are trying to note the rising with forcefully having possession on those 3 factors of concentration group. We are noting the rising as rising. We can see the rising in 3 ways, in 3 parts. The form group and the manner group and the nature group. Form corporeality, Sayadaw says, Pongyo. Form corporeality and then manner corporeality and then the natural corporeality, or the true nature of the object. So in this way there are 3 parts in that rising noting. At first, when you are unable to note the rising as rising, you will just get the form of the abdomen as the rising. That is the form corporeality which you see as rising. And when you have further development in your practice, gradually you see the rising as some kind of movement inside. So that movement or the manner of the rising is the corporeality of manner. That is also not real seeing or real understanding. And after that, if you have further progress in your practice, you just only see in the rising only as sometimes tension, sometimes vibration, sometimes stiffness, sometimes hardness, sometimes toughness, or any kind of phenomenal nature only. And at that moment there will be the real understanding of nature. You don't see the form, you don't see the manner. You are overcoming all these aspects, and just you only see the true nature of the rising. And that is the understanding or seeing clearly to that rising process. Before that, so therefore Sayadaw says, you will have only the conceptual understanding, not true understanding, through those mental concentration group forces.
When we are the Mari body, the Mother Mari Agona Abila, that Hama. Not only look at you thought at the one at China Kaya with the dollars. Away at the Lily Shella. From James and Shah, we saw that you got at the day. China Kaya, someone Singapore. People, my regiment is the dead day, the judge. Down the thing that took the years, I was dead in the Java. Don't I do a Sajava, Tondina, the teacher, somebody teacher, to the teacher, to the teacher. Dinner was secret, such as a dinner, the very was secret, the look at it, really was secret, and you at it. I did it. Very tight of her. I've never seen a chinga kite, someone in Kapana. Good I morning, good. Ma found the kind of thing about it. Somebody for a thing about it.
As much as you try to develop your effort, your observing power, your concentration, so much you will easily get the rising process as rising, and your timing and aiming becomes precise. When your timing and aiming become precise, you can see the phenomenal aspect in the rising. When you see tension, the timing and aiming will fall constantly, accurately, precisely, simultaneously at that time. So you know at that time, oh, this is the tension. And that is knowing. When you will have precise timing and aiming, and that is the right thought, right intention, which is called in Pali Samma Sankappa. And when you get that right aiming and right timing, and you can get the tension as tension clearly, so you know, oh, this is the phenomenon of tension. So there comes understanding as samadhi, right view. When vibration will be there, and you have all those concentration group as the mental forces, and your timing and aiming becomes precise, then you see the vibration as vibration, stiffness as stiffness, movement as movement. All these things becomes clear to you as the phenomenal aspect. Then that clarity is called the right view or right understanding or seeing clearly the phenomenon.
Hello, I am not the query the woman is singing people around Pinaka Pali, Pamua, one by the Tonil child we got a race. One by a Tonil child we got a race. But another thing, but even that Pali, young people. You don't have a Pamu yet, Tonil child we got a Pingu yet. You got a race. I'm going to say, I got a thing at the party. Machine. But I'll keep in your like the rest of the shame. Being a young Jama, Pinaka, Yen not we are the Yama here, Pinatia, Bali, Puna Pina, Lemati, Bali. I got a Pina, Lemati, Bali. Pinati, Simba, being a Yama, Yama,
And again Sayadaw says, although the yogis could see the phenomenal aspects in their practice, still there are smooth type of conceptual thinking or conceptual form, conceptual manner in your noting. Even though you are reaching to the rising and passing away knowledge state, still the smooth type of, gentle type of the conceptual aspect could be there. The concept could be totally eradicated when you reach to the Bhanga knowledge, a Bhanga Jnana period, a Bhanga Jnana moment, or you get the knowledge of dissolution. Then only the concept could be kept away. Even though your understanding of arising and passing away could be matured, still the concept could be there. So therefore Sayadaw says, to have real understanding, real view and clear wisdom, you need to reach to the knowledge of dissolution. Before that, still there are subtle type of, smooth type of concepts. So therefore, it is quite difficult to have real understanding from the beginning.
The work man leader Savi the Dhamma, do like that, Dhamma the work man, Dhamma, Yuk Dhamma and Dhamma. Only being there, but since I don't live with you, go ahead, Yuk Dhamma, Sessep, near you, don't let him have that. You had a lady, Titi, Nandama, Sessep, Nandama, Pomo. Era lady to go in and they don't like you, never. The matter that the water then, teacher the woman. To tell my solution, why your digger, don't look at you, teacher the woman. Era little Titi, another teacher and another woman. Era no lady, she educated her. Pogu that one, she a deck of machine, no, but she the rest of all. Don't need to judge you, got it on it, teacher them. Now let's see, Mammy and Wally, the get a she go me and Wally. The get you a she diamond is Saturday me and Wally. Namarubana, Yatawa doesn't, Diti visiting Namasa. Nane, young and the widow, we have to be the Mari Tavi or Shuru. Mari Abi got it at Chinaka. By me, I said, Mamma later. Elu the year, Diti visiting Nama. And means in jail for you. Now you material, I mean, in jail. I go to your and the area of that one, your dummy was fully a lady. I would a teacher, a she time quite in later and never. Poco Montado, the water they Dama Nisata Nisi was about what you time on it. Dama the water they shame. And Pina Cheva. Hoping, call it on the other. We got it to work. Pina and a pina to meet it.
Sayadaw says, when your concentration is developing more and more, and your aiming and timing becomes very accurate, precise, simultaneous, and you can see clearly the phenomenal aspects of corporeality as tension, vibration, movement, or stiffness, and so on and so forth, and then it will become clear to you that these aspects are the corporeal group of corporeal phenomena. And the knowing of those corporeal phenomena is the mental phenomena. So you can easily discriminate, this is the physical phenomena and this is the mental phenomena, through possessing those three types of concentration mental group power. And with those powers, so you will get clear timing and accurate aiming, and that clear and accurate aiming and timing leads you to see clearly the phenomenal aspects. This is physical phenomena, this the phenomenon, this is mental phenomenon. So the tension is physical phenomenon, and knowing it as the tension clearly is the mental phenomenon. And the vibration is the physical phenomenon, and knowing it as vibration clearly is the mental phenomenon. In such way, when you gain the clear understanding about these physical and mental phenomena, there won't be any kind of feeling in you that these are the beings, these are the men, these are the women, this is the self, this is the soul. If you remove those two phenomena, you cannot get anything at that time apart from those two phenomena. You cannot see man there, you cannot see woman there, you cannot see any being there, you cannot see any soul there, you cannot see any self there. You cannot see anything if you keep apart from those two aspects. And your view becomes clear, your view becomes pure at that time. Oh, yes, these are true now. Apart from these two phenomenal aspects as physical and mental, there isn't any third aspect to understand, to see. So that is the purification of view, Ditthi Vishuddhi, clarity in vision. Just you can see the Dhamma, the nature of phenomena, not other things. And that Dhamma is not mixed with other things. It is extraordinary Dhamma nature, special Dhamma nature in its own. They are not possessed to anybody. So the nature is nature, nothing more than that. So special, extraordinary nature will be there as the physical phenomenon and the mental phenomenon. When you get that specific understanding about those extraordinary natures, then you see the Dhamma. And when you see the Dhamma, you get the clarity of view, or vision, or understanding. Then the understanding starts. So Sayadaw says, when the Nama Rupa becomes clear to a yogi, then he will get the understanding of true vision. He will be in the state of purity of vision.
စတိပဋ္ဌာနာမှာပဋ္ဌာနာရဲ့အဓိပ္ပာယ်ပေါ့ပက္ခန္တိတဝါဘောတတိဆိုတဲ့အတိုင်းပေါ့အရှိန်အဟုန်နဲ့ပေါ်ရအာယုံမှာရဲရဲနဲ့တစ်ချိန်လို့တိုးဝင်ပြီးတော့ အဲ့ဒီအာယုအရာကိုဖမ်းယူလိုက်အဲ့ဒီဒီပေါ်မှာစိုက်ကြတော့အာယုနဲ့စိတ်နဲ့တဲ့ပြီးတော့တခါဓမ္မသိသွားတာပြီးတော့ပညာဘူးဖြစ်သွားတယ်စိတ်ကလေးတွေစင်ကြဲနေတဲ့အခါမှာတော့စိတ်ရဲ့ကြောင်းလဲမှုတွေပေါ့လေကောင်းသောကြောင်းလဲမှုတဏ္ဍာရှင်ကြောင်းလဲမှုတွေရတယ်ဓမ္မဘုရားရှင်အသိဉာဏ်လေးတွေကျက်သွားတဲ့အခါကျတော့ရှင်းပြီးတော့ပေါ့ဒီကြောင်းလဲမှုတွေရတော့ဒီယုံနာအပြင်ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တ attva ငါတို့ယောက်ျားမျိုးမရှိဘူးဆိုတာပေါ့လေဓမ္မအခြေခံအနေနဲ့အတိစတင်ပြီးတော့လုံးဝရရှိတာလေအဲ့ဒါဓမ္မဘုရားရှင်စိတ်ကြောင်းလဲတာရှိတယ်အသိဉာဏ်ကြောင်းလဲတာရှိတယ်သဘာဝဖြစ်တဲ့အခါမှာတော့စိတ်ကြောင်းလဲမှုပေါ့ဉာဏ်ဖြစ်တဲ့ခိုက်ကမှာတော့သိဉာဏ်ကြောင်းလဲမှုဆိုတာလေးတွေရ
The Sayadaw says, according to the meaning of Satipatthana, when you use clearly the observing power to get the